Dude, I just, I just, I was poking around on GoFundMe because I do every once in a while because I have two GoFundMe's for unbelievable amounts. One for like, I don't know, they're both in the hundreds of millions. So look them up and find and, start contributing because, they're good. Um, but I was looking around on the medical one and I came to James Vanderbeek and I was like, don't I know that guy? I looked at him. I'm like, I think I know that guy. And yeah, he's Dawson. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And apparently it's at $2.8 million dollars of $1.5 million. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, seriously, what up, dude? Like, dude, you were Dawson. How? Okay, what is up with these people getting like, dude? I'm just really sick of people getting all this money and not like, dude, like, man, come on. Why can't I get like a few $1 million and just be like, all right, that's that's your chunk of change, and like, all right. I mean, short of somebody like hacking into my bank account and straight stealing the money, I'll be good with it. Like, I'll be good. Like, unless like I just give it away, like theft or me just straight giving it away. Or the dollar devaluing, or the world straight getting hit by a comet from space. Some other like ridiculous thing. And I realized like he got hit by cancer. Okay, but cancer don't take away millions and millions and millions of dollars from all that acting that you did. Come on, man, dude. It's been like we've had, you know, by now, by the 90s and 2000s, we've been through the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s where there have been plenty of examples of people that have got rich off of acting and lottery and all that stuff where you should have known, all right, like you get money, you do this and this and this and this and this to make sure that your money doesn't get pissed away. That doesn't just all right. There are a few things you don't do to just make sure your money goes. And one of them for sure isn't like, all right, like, dude, I got you. Like, start giving it to like family, because like that's, I mean, that's definitely one way that it'll evaporate. If like, you like got a bunch of family, like you got 20, 30 family members and everybody's hitting you up for it, you have to be like, yeah, no. Thankfully, I don't got a lot of family. I got one family member that I actually like know, and then a whole bunch of extended family that I don't know and would basically not get $1 because I don't know them ever. So one family member that I trust and I would give some to, basically because I know they wouldn't spend it because they're totally good. I would give them a lot of money to be like, I know you don't need it and you're not going to spend it. So look after it. Make sure You invest it and just take the interest, keep rolling it over, and they will, because they're good to go. And that's what you need to do. If you come into money, give parts of your money, and then after that, dude, just like buy cocaine hookers, and then it's just like, dude, you got to know what you're gonna do. If you're basically poor and working class and you come into money, you have to know what you're gonna do with it. And this guy apparently, like, oh, he was saddled with tax burden and stuff. And I looked it up, and it was like $250,000. I'm like, they're like trying to make the taxes look like everything. Dude, you cannot blame taxes for bankrupting you in America nowadays. Like, that's such a BS scapegoat. And it's just like, they did something messed up with their money. His money. He did something messed up with it, or he got screwed over by somebody. Which basically, again, is kind of your fault. I mean, you weren't paying enough attention to it. Maybe your parents screwed you over. I don't know. But somehow he got screwed over. Or you weren't paying enough attention to it. And that's just like, and then he died broke. But like, dude, $2.8 million for what? Oh, because of our medical bills? Because you're Dawson? Dude, why are people so... Ugh. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I can do with $2.8 million? A lot more than James Vanderbeek's family. Oh, he got 6 kids. Why don't you give me 1.8 of that $2.8 million? We'll have an auction. We'll have a little lottery drawing for which town out of 10 towns in Texas wants to have me move there with my $1.8 million. And I'll live in the same place just like this, because this is what I want. I don't really care. Actually, it'll probably have to be a little better than this, because I just don't want bugs. But as long as there's no bugs, I don't really care. The place I'm living in, it can be this small. It's just no bugs. I'd actually kind of like to stay here, but because there's a hospital right over there that I'd like to open up again. That's a good GoFundMe, by the way. I don't know how much the hospital would take to how much the hospital would take to open up, but I think they basically take $1 million roundabout to keep running for every year. And then if we had that hospital, the other towns around here would be able to have an area hospital. So, whatever. And that would be, well, they were going for 1.5, so 1.3. 1.3 million, and we could keep that hospital open for another year. Anyways, whatever. James Van Der Beek. So instead of I'm guessing 7 people, 6 kids, and his wife, because apparently he's dead. Instead of 7 people, that would be, I don't know, 5 to 10 people employed, maybe more, and then all the people town of 2,000 and who knows how many people in the surrounding communities being served potentially by a freaking small hospital. I don't know how they do it. The tier 1 through 4 hospitals. It's probably the lowest tier hospital, the lowest trauma center of hospital. If 1 is the lowest or 4 is the lowest, then it's 1 or 4. I don't know how they do it. It's the hospital that basically is like, all we can do is stabilize you and offer like clinic services. But we have a helipad. So, if you're in a really crappy position, we have the facilities to like stabilize you and stuff and call for a medevac helicopter and all that stuff. So it's really good. Fully staffed, fully stocked for all of that stuff. It's really nice to have that right here. I'll tell you what. It's one example of a rural hospital that would have been very nice to have. And all it would take is maybe $1 billion to have those 800 hospitals running for a year. Just 1 billion. Not the, I don't know how many billions, 100 billion that ICE is getting every year, 20, 60, 100, whatever ICE is getting. But we could have all those 100 rural hospitals back in action. Never closed. And instead we have a private army of idiots and fatsos. I think that's a great deal. What a bargain. Don't you? I think it's a bargain. All right. Whatever. I think Dawson would argue that we got a bargain. An army of ICE, a private army for a aspiring dictator in exchange for the in trade for several hundred small town hospitals. It was a good deal. Remember that next time you get your hand or foot caught in a combine and you don't have it anymore because you had to drive 45 minutes to a hospital, and they say, well, maybe we would have been able to save it if you would have been able to have someone stabilize it or something. Maybe that, we don't know. It's possible. Maybe this, maybe that. You don't know. It's possible. You may have still lost it. It's that hospital, that one that was 15 minutes away, but, being 40 minutes away. But the ambulance, 20 minutes away too. I mean, it's just more variables, more time equals even crappier. And I'll add this to you if someone don't know. Apparently, you're not supposed to put it directly on ice when you lose a finger or a part. You gotta put it in a bag, and wrap it around in stuff, and then put it in the bucket of ice. So direct contact is a no-no. You want it, because that damages the tissue. So you want it kind of insulated from the ice, so you can keep it cold. Apparently, I don't know. The ice or the frozen peas or whatever you're gonna use. Anyway, adios to a bunch of hospitals. And the other hospitals are probably going to run more businessy, more profity, which means they're going to run shittier. Maybe more doctors and nurses are going to be like, well, I can't make a living here. I'll try and go somewhere else. Or they're going to have side gigs. Maybe nurses are going to start bringing their phones into work to try and run their YouTube side hustle. Look at this. It's policy we don't have a phone in here. Yeah, well, it's policy that I feed myself and my kids and pay rent. So clickety click, clackety clack. YouTube short, TikTok. I got myself another 15-second video. All right. Tax rich and kneecap them, right triangle, and tax wealth network, and boobies too, lots of boobies.